Alright, you guys, what's up? This is Josh, and we are going to be continuing to episode 2 of Steins Gate. We left off with episode 1 kind of showing that there's starting to be a little bit of discrepancies with the whole time thing, and that he might not be completely crazy, the main character, mad scientist guy. I'm really horrible with names, but I'm gonna have to see in episode 2 if I can get his name drilled in my head. Anyway, that redhead girl, turns out she didn't die. So yeah, we're gonna be continuing on to episode 2.
オカリンなぜだ
He's like super freaked out. Okay, like, so for her, he's like almost that's like super pervy behavior, because for him, he only knows that she died, and for her, she's like, who the hell, what, like, who are you and what the hell are you doing? So, which kind of makes you think, right? Like, if you are like crazy, well, like after watching things like this, because it's like a common trope, where a person might seem crazy, but to them, like whatever they're experiencing is very real to them. And then seeing that in real life, in the work that I do for my day job, it's such a trip to like really think about, because it kind of starts making you think about like what reality really is. And what I have come to find out is that reality is basically ruled by the majority. So if the majority of the people think that that reality is a certain way, for the most part, that's like the agreed upon reality. Because there's that one thing called like that Mandela effect, right? Where even things that didn't actually happen, if enough people believe in it, it's like taken as fact, right? Which is crazy. I don't know exactly what that means for us as like humans, as a society, as like a group. But I always thought that was weird, because like there was always a theory in my head that like, what if the crazy people, they're just advanced, like they're able to like tune into stuff that most people are not able to tune in yet, like it's just some weird kind of evolution. I don't know, it's just like this anime like this makes me think and hypothesize in that way.
だけにしとけって中町博士の会見は中止になったっしょしかし
Oh, so the it looks like the press conference never actually happened. Time travel paranoia. It's a different speaker this time. Oh, it's her as a speaker.
講師マキセクリスだったんだ
Interesting.
まだ言っとるん
He turned into Ace Attorney with that objection.
オカリン無茶しやがってマキセクリス
Did he get like destroyed in discussion? Is she about to like school his ass? Dude, she's fucking schooling him. That's funny. He's a little paranoid, yeah? I guess that's one way you can count. Aww. It looks like she likes him. It's gonna be a trip when like all of the crazy shit he's talking about ends up being real. So like that microwave banana thing, and then now this magical blade. Because his cell phone ended up actually being something that was real. What the fuck? He's fucking crazy. So I guess she's like more of and it does make sense because of the way she's dressed, which is what confused me why she was swinging the sword. She's dressed more like a Shinto priestess. So I guess her family are they're like a family of priests. No way, dude. Wait. Is that what that is? Like, okay. Interesting. So she's not a biological woman. Okay. But he's a guy. Okay. Alright. I like the music. The music's very nice. So it really is just him then. He's the only one experiencing like the discrepancies. Damn. At the end of the day, like science, what's the progress of science still is limited to the ability to fund it, right? See, look, there's like an alternate search engine called Google. See, in his timeline, the conference was canceled, and I think what's her name? Kirisu? She was never stabbed. So this is that forum. Oh shit.
Time machine はセルンによって独占されています。一般人も企業も手に入れることはできません。
That's actually funny because the real CERN, right? I don't know too much about it. All I know is like a science. It's like a science organization, right? Like somewhere in Europe. It's their abbreviation starts with a C instead of an S, but it's still pronounced the same.
いわゆる祖父のパラドックスですね。それは存在しません。過去の自分に会うことも可能です。
Oh, interesting. Okay, starting to get a little interesting because from what I know, right, there's like this whole idea that like if time travel was real and you went back to talk to yourself in the past, like there would be catastrophic consequences to like the whole space-time continuum or something like that. That like what's a show that's done this? I think like if you watch Flash, when like he goes into the past and stuff, he's like if he does it too much, it breaks it, right? So that's what the hypothesis was in that show, and it's kind of repeated in other shows that mess with like the whole space-time thing. So in this one, it's kind of interesting that you like not only is it not catastrophic, it's he makes it sound like it's fine.
まず時間は過去から未来へと流れる一本の線ではありません。世界線という無数に平行に流れる川のようなもので形成されています。
Okay.
例えばあなたが今日
So here's the whole explanation thing. It's always interesting to see animes interpretation of like different theories or like the magic systems or science systems of like fantasy universes, it's always been something that I look forward to. Sometimes though it can be way overdone, especially if it's something that like the author tries to introduce right in the beginning. In this case though, I think because it took a little bit of a slower introduction to the anime, it's like, oh, okay, it's like a much more gradual orientation.
それを未来から来た私が防いだとすれば、あなたが殺された世界と生き延びた世界の2つに世界は分岐するというわけです。
Oh, okay. So it's not that far from like that whole is it like the quantum theory or an interpretation? It's like a very simplified. Then this is like a simplified interpretation of of a hypothesis that is related to quantum theory, in that whenever there's like a choice that has to be made by any source of consciousness, a completely new world is like made. And so based on that theory, especially since there's like, a billion, like what, 7 billion people in the world, every single time every person makes a different choice. And it's not even a person, like it could be an ant or something, right? Makes a different choice. The world somehow splits into or like time, like space-time splits into having like multiples of itself. And so there's like an infinite amount of like space-time variations everywhere, all happening at the same time. That's similar to what this is saying by like saying that every time there's like a choice that's made, like if somebody goes back in time and saves themselves or saves somebody from a serial killer, the world, now there's going to be two versions of the world where one person is dead and the other one, and in the other world, the person's alive.
あれだけ騒ぎになったんだぞ。そんなこと。
Wait, so for some reason he's carrying information that this John Titor guy had posted somehow like 12 or 10 years ago, and now he's looking it up and it's saying that it hasn't been posted. So with the information that we have now, I'm hypothesizing that somehow he's traveling, but he's like time traveling, but he doesn't realize it yet.
なぜだ。関連書はここに集めていたはず。くそ。
See it, and he had like a physical collection of these books, and they're not there. So it's starting, And I want to say that this anime, I could see the appeal. Like, they subtly help the viewer orient and like go deeper into what they expound on as far as like the hypothesis of split worlds and stuff, right? Because like the amount of discrepancies are starting to increase, and I think the anime does a very good job of doing it in a subtle way. So he's like tripping out right now because like more and more things that he is familiar with are not present or have not happened in his current reality.
待て。ウェイウェイウェイ。そこのお前、いやあなた。
That was a random
待ってください。
picture.
今俺をと。
今日どこを歩いて何を見たか。
So is this lady similar to him where like she's questioning whether or not things really happen too? And so that's why she's taking pictures? They might be similar, so they're both like travelers or whatever, or like she's experiencing discrepancies too.
カラメールを送れ。こっちから送り返す。
Damn. She went like she went kind of ballistic. Like she's protecting her phone. It's kind of interesting that like both of them have like they feel some certain way about the phone. She definitely feels a lot stronger about her phone than he does though. Like when he was acting kind of weird in that first episode. But like a stray thought just hit me like I think most people are like that right now too, where like their phone is their life.
Yo,
It was,
Mayuri.
oh, Mayuri works at a cat made cafe, which explains her personality. That's why she's so bubbly.
甘くない。
このフェイリスにはき
But I've got my forbidden special. I will say that like the tropes in this anime are nice. Like they're tropes that have been done before, and it's just well done in this one.
禁断の非容疑があるにゃ。
何？まさか。
Like she's very feisty.
そのまさかにゃ。ギアナコーチで修行に耐え抜き師匠の死も乗り越えてフェイリスはついに手に入れたのにゃ。
Uh-oh.
許さない。
Her master move.
フェイリスさんは別。三次元でも二次元魂を宿して。
Okay. That's funny. Although we're kind of close to that, right? Where like everybody, well, not everybody, but it's starting to get to a point where they're developing like AI girlfriends. And this guy basically has AI wives. Or like a 2D wife. That's what Hyoma is saying. And yeah, it just made me think that like in the future, like that statement is funny now, but like 10, 20 years in the future, like there will be people like who are cheating on their 2D wives because it's going to be like an actual thing.
ことは元からなかったんじゃねえかってことでファイナルアンサー。そんなに貴重なものなのか。
But
発売は今
she had a picture of
30年
it.
以上前。
Like, what is up with that message?
一本でいいだろ、ジョ
He's
コ。
he's going to microwave more bananas?
お？どうした？消えてる。
Oh shit. Look, it actually disappeared. The banana is gone. Okay, it's starting to look like shit is like it's starting to look like that this guy's less and less crazy.
そうさせろ。政府の承認？そんなことを言ってる場合では。ジェン。
I don't know if you could tell because of how I'm editing the editing it in OBS, but there are times in this anime while I'm looking at it, I'm noticing that there's like flickers, like, and I wonder if that has anything to do, like, I feel like that's an Easter egg or that's something that matters in this anime. I am liking this. I'm liking how there's like little subtle things that you have to pay attention to. I don't know, it gives you something to look for, and honestly, it's keeping me engaged.
はずのバナナを。お。
What the hell, dude? Okay, so the banana turned green but went back to where it was like cut off? What the fuck?
確かにさっき一本ちぎったよな。
Dude, what the fuck is going on, dude?
やはりテレポート。
Holy shit.
そういうことになるん？
興味深い実験してるんですね。
Oh
小場で
fuck.
凛太郎。
And then she just shows up. Dude, this anime does a really good job at like doing shit right at the end.
いえ、
I'm gonna end up watching episode 3.
京馬さんでしたっけ？
マキセ。クリス。